Namaskar. I want to uh, show you that how sometimes, like many other artists, of course, uh, repaint or change paintings which they had perceived as finished. Now, this painting was done way back in. Wait a minute, let me check the date. 2016, it says here. Okay. So it's a 92 by 60 centimeter work, and I have been struggling with this work. I Now I like it as I see it, but I want to change it. I want to put some more colors and make it more graphic or more attractive, let's say, or it's too muted. I don't like the colors anymore, so I'm going to change this painting. I'm not going to repaint it, but I'm going to modify, let's say. Sometimes some old canvases I repaint, means I paint something new on top of a surface already painted. But this one, I'll try to rectify the mistakes or the things I don't like about this painting and see how it comes out. Either I'll ruin it or, it's okay. I'm not happy with many things. The renderation of the leaves, the colors, the sky color, I want to change all that, put some more brighter tones maybe. This is how it is. It was very thick. I scratched it just now. Before starting to repaint, generally I would take a spatula knife like this, and any surface which is a bit loose, or sometimes an overhead light like this helps to show any kind of bumps, because my work is thick, like a relief sometimes. So, but it's not recommended to have too many things, coming out. And what happens is it will break eventually. Whatever you apply, it doesn't stay. Many experts have told me it stays. It doesn't. You have to smoothen the tops a bit. I mean, it's not possible, because if you are a very finished painter, let's say, then you will. But if you are not, and if you paint and you don't go back to your work and modify it, you want the freshness to stay. Many people, we don't do. For example, this work had many, these colors, thick colors, how do I say, oozing out, let's say, and then they dry up, the tip of that color will break. And I have studied in the museums before the Impressionist artist came along. The other artist I saw, when you look from the side of the painting, or those artists I checked, it was flat. They have somehow flattened it without changing the texture much, but they could flatten it. You understand? These things are not left like a color, with a pointed tip. So it was flattened, though it was thick colors like the Impressionist, or like the, lot of impasto work, but it was ultimately flattened, and then the varnish applied, and it looked very sturdy to me. I have my old works which have this lumps of paints, which is okay, it's very stylish and very, but it sometimes, can you see this? It is better to smoothen it, and it looks nice also. It's not that. And if the lighting is not perfect, sometimes this can create a big shadow. So also there is a problem with that. So I mean, if it is a thick impasto work, it is okay. If it is giving some dimension, like these flowers I was trying, a bit maybe. But for example, here was something I didn't like. I flattened it. See, can you see something here? So a little bit of these cleaning, let's say, of is okay, no problem. I think it doesn't reduce the freshness of the work. But this work I'm going to change. And this one is again a painting giving me trouble. It's a very old painting. I've never been able to finish it. I started it. Again, I put these white dabs, and then I realized these dabs I don't like the way they're oozing out. I wanted to flatten it. So yesterday I scraped the whole color off, and I was left with this, which is not bad. And then again I'll repaint. The surface is quite flat now. Whatever thickness was there, I removed. So that's how I work. And if it comes out okay, it will. If it doesn't, it will stay like this. It cannot be never be finished, let's say. Some work just come out. Some work takes long time to finish. It doesn't. You're never happy with. Some work can come out in one sitting, and some work. For example, again, this is again unfinished. It's a very large painting. I wanted to do this very decorative painting, let's say. And maybe I ran out of colors or whatever. It's just the first layer of colors I want to do something. Obviously I'm not happy with this work. It's not finished at all. It's a very large work. Now this work of clouds on the sideways hanging, it developed some problem. So I am going to redo this painting. So, but these clouds are all flattened out, the texture is okay but flattened. I haven't left maybe little here and there, but more of these impasto is flattened, but it looks very impasto. So this is all I wanted to say.